Question 3. Is this fun or what? We can ask questions and begin to awaken our curiosity at the same time. Okay? Did you see the face on Mars sent back by Viking 1? Have you heard the news hype about faces being seen in sandwiches, trees, and clouds? Why on earth do we see faces in nature? The phenomenon of seeing a human face in something accidentally meaningful is called pareidolia. Pareidolia is a specific form of perceptual illusion. A suggestion awakens in us, and we think we see a pattern in a natural or artificial structure. So our minds piece it together based on prior memories of significant things as something that might be potentially meaningful to us. Sometimes it's pretty difficult to see the face others see in a bowl of soup, freshly sliced vegetable, or a cloud overhead. Yet other times we can't escape seeing it. And we wonder, is that a message meant just for us? Maybe we should run and tell someone. Some forms of naturally occurring pareidolia are so amazing. People in need of hope or inspiration make urgent pilgrimages to those sites. So, why do we see faces in nature? In 2009, a team of researchers led by Hajikani scientifically studied this human need to find faces everywhere, using modern scanning techniques. What the researchers found was that even newborns exhibit the ability to urgently search for facial patterns, and adults non-consciously perceive faces long before we're aware we're even looking for one. Using crude images with only suggestions of faces, scientists measured our brain's response and found that in 96% of cases, our brains perceive human faces in the most non-human of images. We're already looking everywhere for faces in places faces shouldn't be. Why would we do this? Try and guess. Therapists even use a form of projective pareidolia to help patients discover their own needs, using an ink blot test called the Rorschach test, or using another form of visual imagery therapy called thematic apperception tests, or TAT. You've probably even seen these before. It's because physicians know we're looking for something, and they use this knowledge to help us find it. What we see in these blots of ink or nature often describe what we're feeling inside, rather than what we think we see. Da Vinci believed that if you're an artist in search of meaning for your art, all you need to do is stare at the wall long enough, and you'll find inspiration in meaningful patterns. Have you ever tried? Do it now and see. He knew that artists can find metaphors everywhere. It's not just a visual need either. People believe they have heard hidden messages in audio streams, such as records played backwards, or by slowing audio tapes down and listening as carefully as we might study a cloud to see a hidden face. This is called backmasking, or electronic voice phenomena, EVP. In psychology, we'd probably call it auditory apophenia. Question: did the recording artists intend for us to play their records backwards? Maybe. Does nature hide intimate messages meant just for us we can only see if we are open to perceiving them? Maybe. Viktor Frankl, a very famous psychiatrist who survived the Holocaust in Europe, spoke of the will to meaning. It's humankind's urgent need to find a meaningful explanation for what seems chaos around us. We can find meaning in anything if we're just looking hard enough. Maybe the message was inside of us all the time, and it's using our perception of nature to get our attention. In our ancient past, and every new generation when children are born, we begin by believing that animacy exists at every level of nature. It's only as we grow intellectually that we stop seeing meaning all around us. But explanations chase away our hopes along with our fears. Perhaps when we see faces in nature, it's because we are looking for solutions to our needs we can't find among humankind. Have you ever noticed that those who are in greatest need flock to pilgrimage sites? And when an infant is born, it struggles to find a source of hope and help in the very first human face it sees, a process we call imprinting, and continues to see faces of hope or hurt in nature as it grows, until we explain them away. Why do we see faces in nature? Well, maybe it's because we don't see enough empathy in the faces of people around us, and hope we can find some source of hope again in the face of nature.